The last video I put out was 51 seconds long. I was a little angry. Not gonna lie, I was angry. I was angry because the video I did beforehand where I was talking about having an ultrasound, it only got an average of 2 minutes and 26 seconds out of a video that was 13 minutes long. So that was basically between 15 and 16% of the people who just watched it. I mean, it ended after that. Now, of course, it's an average, but the thing basically says that almost everybody who watched it didn't watch much of it. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute, there's not a single other video on YouTube that talks about ultrasounds. So I said, that doesn't make any sense. So I was irked. And my initial thought was, okay, you know what? They wanted me to mention it in the first sentence and then go on with it and get it done real quick. And so I did a short video. I was angry, but I also wanted to test something because it didn't make any sense. And so I spent the last couple of days or a few days looking at numbers and looking at certain things. And it seems that YouTube sometimes doesn't know what to do with us. So, for instance, let's talk about the short video. Like I said, it was 51 seconds long. Now, in general, for most people, you're lucky if you get between 10 and 15% of your subscribers who come back and actually watch a video that you do. If you're one of the big names, then you're talking about maybe between 25 and 30%. I mean, those are just the averages. But, you know, you get so much stuff out there that, you know, you can afford those kind of numbers and still make a whole bunch of money. But for me, my average seems to come in somewhere around 20%. So if I have a video that, you know, I get 50 viewers, yeah, that happens. But if I get 50 people who watch it, basically it's 10 people who are subscribed to me on average who watch it. And those are usually videos that I promote. I didn't promote this video at all. I mean, I didn't even have an end video for anyone to go to. I just put it out there real quick. And this video actually had 4 people who subscribed to the channel watch it. One guy actually commented on it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. If I knew your real name, I'd say it, but I don't because you used initials and a number, but that's okay. So I appreciate you saying something. But basically, as a matter of fact, the stat says 67% of the people who came to watch the video weren't people who are subscribed. They just showed up through what they call the, oh my God, what do they call it? Traffic sources. So traffic sources or recommended videos. Recommended videos, if you go to any YouTube video online, or even on the phone, I guess. I don't really know because I don't watch any videos on the phone. I have to think about that. Anyhow, you get these suggested videos. They're always on the right side. And my thought had always been that a majority of those videos are either going to be somehow related to the topic, or you're going to see videos from the person whose video you just watched. It turns out that ain't quite true. And I thought, wow, how weird is that? So I decided to go look back at the last 2 videos that I did. So I want to talk about that ultrasound video that I'm angry at. So like I said, I had 57 people who showed up, averaged 2 minutes and 26 seconds. I had put in the tags, ultrasound, medical procedures, whatever. They were all related to ultrasound. And it turns out that they basically sent it out there to only 49 different traffic sources, recommended videos. And the words that showed up as far as what they promoted were on medical issues, sonograms. 5, talking about sonograms. Sonograms are for pregnant women. Nothing about ultrasound. There were 3 on what I'll just basically say nothing. And all the rest of them were on political videos about politics. How do politics and ultrasounds relate to each other? They don't. That made no sense whatsoever. Like I said, I put in the tags, the keywords, in the title and whatever. Had nothing. So then I went back to look at the one that I did talking about beauty. And that one got 43 views. Not bad for me, but still. However, it was suggested on 1,661 other channels. Like, wow, what? And I'm only going to share a few of these with you because some of the topics shocked me. Like I said, this was about video. And I guess because in the video I mentioned TikTok, I don't think I put it in a tag, but I mentioned TikTok because a lot of the channels that it put it on were TikTok channels. I got to take my glasses off to read because I'm an old guy. My eyes don't work as well. So it was talking about TikTok. It was talking about embodiment of beauty. Okay, that makes sense. Then it mentioned Zendaya. Well, Zendaya with TikTok. Okay, we got that. Serena Williams. Someone explain that one to me. Maybe, I don't know. Then a couple of words in foreign languages I don't know. Someone named Barbara Palvin. No idea. Then it talks about, makeup. Okay, makeup kind of relates. I get that. And then we've got Madonna from 0 to 63 years old. Heck, Madonna and I are the same age. She's months older than me, though, so I'll give that. And then it talked about a couple of political things. Like I said, I still don't understand how that relates, but there you go. And something about David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad. I've heard the name. I have no real idea who he is. And then on the last page that I decided to screen print before I said, okay, I'm done with this, a whole lot of terms that I never thought that people would look up on YouTube. Stunned. Porn stuff. I'm like, wait, what? But there it is, porn stuff. What is ASMR? I have no clue what that is. Something about Jeanette McCurdy. I've been reading a lot about her and seeing a few videos about her. Oh, that poor young woman and her mother. Her mother was a trip. Be glad you didn't have her mother. But I'm looking at these things and saying, how do any of these relate to anything I put down? Like I said, I didn't put TikTok in the keywords, but this is what it sent out to. But that's not anything I talked about. Maybe there's a relationship between talking about beauty, and I was talking about, well, fraud and people stealing someone's image and then putting a different face on it, as opposed to beauty in general. But, that's kind of open. Still, 1,600 and, what did I say? 1,661 places went out there, and I had 43 total views. So that's interesting. That one I did promote. By the way, I didn't promote the ultrasound video to anyone yet. So, that I got 57 views and didn't get much as far as watch time. After I thought about it, I said, you know what? That makes sense. Based on the sites that it put it in, put it on for being a suggested video, well, it makes sense. Those folks probably saw something. I said, I'm just going to click on this and find out what it is. They got there, said, well, I don't care about this. And then they left. So that's not a personal thing against me. It's the fact that they probably saw it on the right side, say, I'm going to click on this and find out what this is all about. Which the title says it's about ultrasound. I don't understand. But, it's one of those kind of things where you start to find out that the YouTube algorithm is an odd thing. If you have a YouTube account, then it will tell you things that you're interested in. It will show you things of people you're connected to, but it makes those generalizations. So some of the people I'm connected to, for instance, I get a lot of science fiction stuff because I'm connected to a couple of sites that talk about Star Trek, not science fiction. And every once in a while I watch these videos that are talking about the Marvel stuff, which I love. I'm not necessarily big on the comic books because I haven't read a Marvel comic book since, well, I'd say before I was 20 years old. So it's been a long time. But there's a lot of people who talk about the Marvel things and make these predictions of people who are probably or possibly going to show up in later Marvel movies. Names, I mainly have no clue who they are. We have She-Hulk on now, so there's been a lot of videos where they're talking about She-Hulk and different ideas of how they think things are going to go, and talking about certain She-Hulk things that have already been seen and their opinions on that. So I get that. But I have, as far as I know, unless I did a video that was kind of politically related, I have not watched any political videos on my YouTube channel. I just don't do it. So I don't know how those showed up in there. You know, I decided that I'm not going to necessarily worry about those kind of algorithms anymore. I am still going to talk about the same types of things I talk about, which you're never really sure what I'm going to talk about. I'm not really sure until I sit down and do it. This one I did know. It's another thing about YouTube. I just don't fully understand it. But it turns out that some of the big YouTubers who teach other people how to do YouTube don't understand it all either. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have today. I just wanted to mention that last video that I've never promoted. I'm never going to promote it. I might take it down in a year or so. We'll find out. Anyhow, my name is Mitch Mitchell. Keep calm. Let Mitchell handle it. It's a good thing to think about. Y'all take care.